I'm Jadon, a product designer with SiteStacker, and today we're going to take a look at one of Base Template's newest additions, the Giving pop-up that uses the Give menu item in the header. This Giving pop-up allows for endless customization and lets users quickly access things like the missionary search or your organization's general fund. We're going to walk through how to configure this. So to start, we're going to open up the Site Planner component. We're going to go ahead and drop down the site plan, and I'm going to be working inside of this site channel in the test folder. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is open up the assigned content. If you're not already familiar with the assigned content, all that is just the essential items that you want to show up on every page. So for example, we would want the header, the flyout, and the footer, as well as some other items to show up every single time I publish a page. And the reason that assigned content exists is so that every time we create a new page, we don't have to republish those items. So really, it's just content assigned to a folder so that when I create a new page within that folder, everything gets assigned to it. And that's exactly what we're going to want to do with this Giving pop-up. So to access this, we're going to right-click on the folder and select View Assigned Content. You can see under assigned content, we have things like the shopping cart, the header menu, footer items. We're going to start off by going over to the Content Explorer and going inside our wrapper folder. And we're going to grab our basic wrapper. We can start by labeling this Giving pop-up. And then we're going to select Pop-up under Position, and under View, we're going to select Tabs. And save and close. The next thing you're going to want to do is create a folder under Wrapper, and this is going to hold those two tabs. We're going to name this Giving Pop-up Items. Save and close. And then inside of that, we're going to add two wrappers. The first being Support a Missionary, because one of our tabs is going to be for searching for a missionary. And then you can save and close that. And the second, we'll call it Giving Project. Or you know what, we'll call it General Fund. And keep in mind that whatever you name the title field in this wrapper is what's going to publish to that tab on the Giving pop-up. So now we're going to save that. Next, what we're going to do is publish both of these wrappers into that main Giving pop-up wrapper that we already published. So I'm going to grab Support a Missionary and select Basic. And then we're going to choose a background color for this specific tab group. So let's go ahead and select color 4, save and close, and then we're going to do the same thing with the general fund. The next thing we're going to want to do is create the content that's going to go inside of each of these wrappers. For the Support a Missionary wrapper, we're going to want maybe a title that says Search for a Missionary, and then right below that we'll want a search module that allows you to search for a missionary. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go into our static folder, and let's go ahead and just create a folder within that says Giving Pop-up. Now in that Giving Pop-up folder, we're going to right click and select Add Item. And then in the title field, we're going to put Search for a Missionary and save and close. You can then take that static item and we're going to drag that into the Support a Missionary wrapper and publish it as Basic. And we're going to add the Text Center View class, the white text color, and let's see, probably H3, and save and close. Next, we're going to want to close that static folder and head on over to the Modules folder. Inside of that, locate the Search folder. And we're going to publish a search module. So right click on that search folder, select Add Item, and let's go ahead and fill this out. Put in search results, change the view to responsive, and we're going to call this Missionary Item in Giving Pop-up, and save. Once you save, all of your configurations and settings will then pop up. So inside of this query placeholder, we're going to put search for missionary ... And then we don't want any items to initially show, and that's because if we clicked initially show, then you'd have a bunch of missionaries presenting below, which just might make it kind of messy because it's only a small little pop-up, so you don't want everything to appear. So we're gonna leave that unchecked. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put this as 1, just to be safe. And inside the content type configurations, we're gonna select missionary. And that's what's gonna classify what this search module is actually being used for. So of course we're using it to search for a missionary, and then you can configure whatever else you'd like. Of course, it's just gonna depend on what you want that search module to look like, but we're gonna go ahead and just keep it simple. So we'll save and close. And then we're gonna drag that item into the support a missionary folder right below that title. Next, we're gonna go ahead and publish the giving content inside of the General Fund tab. And so really this one's pretty simple. All you're gonna do is locate a project that you wanna publish inside of there. And this is a little more templated than the search for a missionary one. The project I'm gonna be using is called Outreach in Ethiopia. And we're just gonna open it, make sure our content's there. Also wanna make sure that if it's a giving project and you're using it for the pop-up, then you most likely want the fixed amounts. So you'll go under campaign info and just confirm that you have your fixed amounts in there, and it looks good. And so now all we're gonna do is drag that over to the general fund wrapper, and we're gonna publish that to the title summary and giving view. Then save and close. It's that easy to publish a project to the giving pop-up. Now we're gonna move on to the last step here, and really all that's doing is connecting that menu item in your header to this giving pop-up. You're gonna wanna access your header menu, which you can either do right here through the assigned content. Say you don't already have that assigned content open, then you can still do this on the Content Explorer side. I'm gonna open up this header menu, select Manage Menu Items, and we're going to go into that Give menu item. You can do this with whatever menu item you'd like, but typically it's going to be done with the Give one because it's a Give pop-up. Now all you're going to do here is add this class to the CSS class field. I currently already have it in there just because I've already messed around in here and had it there, but you probably don't have it there. So all you're going to need to do is add open-popup and then save and close. Now when we go to the front end, you should be good to refresh. And then when you select that menu item, there's your pop-up. One last thing I want to note with the pop-up is that you'll want to configure it so that when you search, it'll reroute you to the page with the search module on it. This is going to make for a better experience. So what you want to do is go back to that search module and open it on up. And then you're going to go down to where it says Site Page, right above the content type configurations. Open that up, and you'll want to locate the page where all the missionaries are presented. So typically that page is going to be called Missionaries. If it's for a project search module inside of the pop-up, then you'll want to reroute it to the projects page. In this case, we're going to find the Missionaries page, save and close. And then now let's go ahead and refresh this. And so if I search the name Arthur, there you go. It's going to reroute you to the missionaries page.
For more training videos like this one, you can visit our YouTube at SiteStacker. And to dive deeper into the new Base Template enhancements, visit the 2024 Base Template Enhancements page on our website at sitestacker.com.